divas. Look at us, we've got our boss diva
everyone.
caps on.
Caps.
Lisa and I, who works with me and my team, who's one of my key diva coaches. She also manages lots of stuff for us, and we were just having a beautiful walk, and I'm getting ready for a talk that I'm doing on the weekend. Hey Adora, gorgeous, loved your video today.
Hey Adora.
Doing so great. Anyway, we've been like going over a little bit of my script, and I was doing this beautiful process that came up. It's like a yes statement. It's like, yes! Oh! Anyway, there's lots of people who follow me who are going to be there, so I'm not going to share it and give it away, but I'll share it in my diva mind with some of my students. Hey Maya, but really claiming yes, saying yes to money, influence, connection, heart, nourishment, intimacy, more flow. Anyway, talking about activation. But then I was sharing things, and I wrote a post last night, and I was actually having dinner at the W Hotel with my husband. Hey Monique. Yes, I cannot wait, Monique. Oh my God. Woohoo! And talking about some interesting things that I'm going to be doing on stage, which will be very interesting. And anyway, I will keep a little bit of that a secret, because I really want to make sure that it's captivating, babies. Yes, hey Katie.
Keep that a secret, but
hey.
we don't want everyone else to be best kept
Someone's
secret.
angry there, but I'm sure that they were meaning to send me
Angry,
love,
no.
and I will take your anger and I will transmute it into love, baby, because no one's getting into my frequency. I can run rings around any anger. I send love back to you. Anyway, the point of this video was that I was speaking to Lisa, and she was helping me with this ad copy because I made a few mistakes and typos, and then I decided to add in a call to action, and usually I just get an impulse and I'll write something. And anyway, I had a really lovely time at the new W Hotel last night with my man. Went to a great restaurant there. Three Ducks, it's the guys from Byron Bay. Really good, and that was nice. And then anyway, I was sitting with Lisa, and I said to her, bill me for this time. And I thought I would share why I do that, and where sometimes I see an incongruence with people. So if you want riches, you can't be thinking poor. If you want riches, you can't be holding back, cash flow, going, oh my God, yes, you want to plan strategically about where and how and when you're going to spend your money. But you can't, you've got to kind of like go and buy a $10 pair of earrings that make you feel lush. Like spend a bit to bring you into a heightened state, because you don't want to have, there's not enough money coming, there's no money coming. Anyway, I said, Lisa, you need to get paid. You're sitting with me. We're not just catching up as friends. I really value your work. Bill me. Now, this serves her. It serves us because I honor our relationship, right? But also it serves me because then I don't feel like there's no resentment. She's being paid appropriately. I'm honoring her, not using her, right? And I know that the more abundant she is, the more abundant we all are, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And
because
it's important for me to say I gratefully receive.
Yeah, so
well.
I said, bill me, and you said that. You said, I will gratefully receive that, thank you. And then yesterday I shared in my Diva Mind, which is my Highend Mastermind, which is basically the most powerful vortex on the planet. Honestly, it's going off right now. We have so many high priestesses, healers, business strategists. It's great. It's like, yay! It's yay! Anyway, people are selling, and I was hired a beautiful copywriter friend of mine who used to be a client of mine who's amazing. She's like, oh my God, all these testimonials that are coming in. And so that's beautiful to see. It's just so heart expanding and so beautiful. And when you create a product or a program, at the end of the day, unless people are getting results, and really it's a co-creation, so you've got to make sure that they also rise up enough to get those results. So it's been a big journey, and I've also learned really deeply how to activate people. And I don't muck around. That's what the post was about last night. I will take a stand. I will not back down. I will not buy into your stories. I will not buy into your lack. I will not buy into your misery. Take that misery and make it your message and go. Right?
Absolutely.
Go, gorgeous. Go, move to the beat of a new vibration. And you just got to start, right? Hey, Dominique, beautiful, amazing TV, gorgeous Italian, Australian restaurant owner / TV star who I grew up next to in Australia. She's got an amazing restaurant called Pudia. Go see it. Go check it out in Brisbane. I have to go myself. Make that happen. We'll go, right?
Sounds great.
We'll create a date,
Yeah.
Dom. Maybe we'll invite you to the table. Anyway, so yes, paying Lisa. Hey, gorgeous. Dominique Rizzo, so paying people, honoring people. I also bought Lisa some beautiful Country Road, beautiful pink lush towels.
They were gorgeous.
Yesterday,
Gorgeous.
I bought her a gorgeous leather brown handbag with gold embellishments
I love it.
because she's been doing so well, like supporting me. Yes, Dominique, I'll message you and we'll make it happen. I'd love to see you too. So let's break some bread, but not bread because I don't eat bread, but let's break some kale. Anyway, just honoring. And so even when I was, hey, thank you for that. Even when I was like, really broke and struggling, I would always go and, hey, Christina, go and spend a little bit of money, making myself feel more abundant, because really at the end of the day, riches is a vibration. You will not receive riches, hey, gorgeous Lily, unless you create the energetic vibration for I am receiving. There is always more. There is always more. Even if we all had $100 million businesses, there would be plenty for all. I meet so many women. I had even a beautiful high-end client. She was in my diva mind. She sold 51K in 3 months. Great. But when we got really honest about it, and we did a session the other day, she almost wouldn't hire me. We laughed. She wouldn't hire. She knows my work. She knows what we've been able to create. She's so grateful. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Lily. And she, and I just want to say one quick thing about this impoverished state, thinking that there's not enough. When we see war and famine, we think there's not enough. Oh my God, there's all this suffering in the world. But you don't, just because there's suffering in the world, if you're a Western woman and you have the choice to rise up, you rise up because of all that suffering. Because the only reason there is the starvation and the suffering is because of war. And why is there war? Because of the men who are power hungry, greedy effers, who are disgusting and despicable. So don't you buy into the myth that there is not enough. The reason that there is not enough for people around the world is because of power plays. It's not because of money. Money is limitless. If they really wanted to feed every single child, they could. Who here is hearing me? Can I get an amen on that? Now, going back to that client who just hired me, oh my God, Katie, well, that's what, what is the passion? Because you know what? Building a business, you're going to have to move through so many different limits, and there are going to be challenges. So what? And it's, what is going to lead you? When I looked at my daughter's face when she was born and I was still under earning and over giving, I was like, what the F am I doing? What am I doing? Stop it, Ingrid. Come on, girlfriend. What are you doing? Move. So, find your why. If you can't do it for yourself, do it for the suffering in the world. Do it because of that. So don't hold back your ability to receive and make money because you think it's perpetuating suffering. That is the biggest bullshit myth ever. Your suffering and your lack of abundance is not going to create the movement that we need for others to rise up. You're not going to be helping and serving when you can barely afford to pay your bills, or then you want to send your kids to great universities or whatever it is. We need to then be able to give to the future, right? And I know that when I'm 50 and 60, if I want to retire, I'm going to do it in style. I'm going to have because it's my life and I deserve it. I want to have what I want to have. You know what? And I don't expect anyone to give it to me. I will create it myself. I am creating it. To even say that to yourself now, I am creating it. I allow myself to sell, serve, make money. So going back to this client, I said to her when we were doing some healing work, and she just had hey, Crystal, gorgeous. She had tears. And this is this beautiful healer. And I said, you're so talented and you act like a fairy pixie. No one sees you because you're hiding, because you're worried that if you stand in your power, that other people will feel powerless. I said, stop it. I said, and I paid her. I paid her to do a session on me, right? And I wanted to see, I'm like, what's this woman about? And it was one of the most potent, beautiful healing readings. She's very talented. And I'm like, and yet you treat and you act and you show up like a fucking, excuse my French, a fairy. Like, it's like you're not a fairy, you're a high priestess. Claim it. No one else is going to claim it for you. And then we had a giggle because she was like, I'm really burnt out. I'm really exhausted by charging, whatever it was, like $3,000 for a 9-month healing frigging initiative, like so much, including private time. And she's like, I'm exhausted. And I'm like, yeah. And I said, isn't that funny? Because you're doing that to yourself. And I said, you weren't going to hire me. She literally, because I put out a private offer, and she literally says to me, almost like, I'm not going to do this with you unless we stick to this $3,000 price point. Because I don't want to feel like I'm taking from people and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll discuss it. Let me get my head around your offer. Let me see what you're doing. And then I'm looking at the strategy of all, like, how is she going to sustain this? If it is going to be $1 million brand, what's really needed? What are her costs? And then anyway, we got to really talking about it. There was a lot of release around the emotional belief systems around this feeling that she just felt so bad asking for more money. Anyway, we dropped that story. We repositioned her entire offer, and literally within days, she's calling in people at double the price, and it's beautiful, and she deserves it. And in doing that, she actually, people respect her work more, and then they apply themselves more. When you undercharge, you think you're being of service. No, you actually rob also from that person's experience, because they will discount you. They will discount you, especially women with women. We're so used to other women who are more successful kind of being, I don't know, that when sometimes I've noticed this, when sometimes you're generous, they think that there's something wrong with you, that you're less than. So I say stuff that. I'm still going to be generous, but with the way that I run my show is I'm very clear about what I offer, what I don't offer. That the woman who comes to me has to apply herself. I just had another new private client start, and I shared this in my diva mind. And you know what she said to me? So she employs me. She's already doing pretty well. By the way, it's much easier to get someone who's already at 20K a month to 50K or more. It's much easier when I work with a lot of people who are kind of struggling, and getting them to those dollar amounts, it's like a lot of energy. Anyway, so she comes to me, different mindset as well. Comes to me and she says to me, Ingrid, I'm going to take that amount of money that I'm spending on you, and I'm going to get at least a 20 times return on that. And I know that the majority of that outcome is going to come down to me. And I'm like, I like you. I think I might have just fallen in love with you. And you know what? You're going to get it. So because I move like a freight train. She moves really fast. She does the work. She follows what I say, and she implements it, and we go. And that's when you have, like, I looked at her funnel. I'm like, we've got to do this, we've got to do this, shoot this, do this video, do this video ad. Let's go. And then she's already doing it, and we're doing it, right? And it becomes this beautiful co-creation, because that person is grounded in the reality that they must also create it. It's not Ingrid creating it. It's a co-creation. So guys, stand in your power, honor your value, and others will honor you. When you discount your value, others will discount you. I'm sorry, that's the reality of the game. Really, honestly, own your value. You have a whole different resonance, and then others will value you. Okay guys, I'm sending you so much love, and pay people. If you're working with someone, don't expect to come to their table and eat for free. I don't go to Dominique's restaurant and expect her to feed me for free. I pay lovingly for the quality of the food and the care, right? I pay my staff. I give them bonuses. I give them gifts, because otherwise I'm a BSer. I'm completely out of alignment. I'm not abundant. And I mean, I've got to keep it all. No, because there's hundreds of thousands of dollars per month if you want to make them. Easy peasy online when you get the structures right, honestly. So be really mindful about, are you in scarcity? Because you think it's protecting you, like I'll hold back. I'm not talking about burning cash for just the sake of it, but be mindful around the energy around when you're spending money, giving, all that kind of stuff. Be mindful. You also sometimes don't want to be over generous because people take advantage of you. So just be mindful when someone does a good job, or really just be grateful and express that at the right time. Okay, bye.